Hi, grown folks. Donna Smith, aka Lady D, on the weekend again with some grown folk talk for you guys. Let's talk about communication. Communication in the relationship. Now, we all know how important that is. We have got to have communication in order for our unity, our commitment, our foundation to stand strong. For some reason, you have those who think, I don't want to talk, I don't need to talk. And because I got this or I do that, that should be good enough. They talk too much anyway. I don't like hearing all that. It is what I say, and what I say goes. That's the mindset of some. And then they close that person out, they shut them out. Whenever they want to express something, they're not allowed to, because that person is not interested in hearing it. But when that person has something to say in the relationship, they want to be heard. And if you don't listen, they going to make you listen one way or another. If they got to turn off the TV, if they got to get in your face, if they got to turn off the stereo, whatever it is, they are going to make you listen. Selfishness per se. But what about the relationship, the cohesiveness, the depth, the thing that's needed, the glue to hold that relationship together? If you're with someone that you can't talk to, you can't express yourself to, you can't feel comfortable saying, you make me feel blah, or how come you don't do blah, or baby, I just love you because you do blue. I mean, you should be open and connected enough to talk about anything. And it's this thing about disagreeing agreeably. Sometimes you don't always agree. Sometimes it's not going to always make sense. Sometimes it's not going to even be favorable. It may be something you just ain't never even ever heard of. But being in a relationship as a couple, you have to find a medium. You have to find a way to balance the differences, regardless if you heard of it or not. Disagreeing agreeably, listening, even though it kills you sometimes, because sometimes they going on and you like, oh my God, and a little man in your head is like, would they please shut up? And trust me, women, we do this too with our men. Sometimes, will he just be quiet when he is talking, because he doesn't always talk. But anyway, so you have those dynamics, and it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. You can sit up and tell someone that you love that their breath is a little tart, but it's how you say it and how you do it in love. You may perhaps offer them some mint, some gum, or your dentist per se, or you may give them some special mouthwash. Honey, I bought this just for you. I mean, whatever works, instead of your breath stank. You have halitosis, whatever it's called, but you got it. Come on now. It's how we deliver the message, not in the what. And I think that if we as couples, as we as one or the other who love and who are committed and who are down for one another, came at each other more tenderly, more openly, whether it's sex, money, religion, trust issues, whatever it is, be able to communicate with your mate. Because guess what? If you don't, you're not going to have that person around long. If you can't, you're going to have some serious issues in your relationship. And a lot of times that person who's out there listening to them, be it a close friend or someone they just met or whatever, that's doing all this listening, that's who they going to start emotionally drawing towards and getting connected to. Now, what's your thoughts, grown folks? I mean, who out there feels as though communication is not necessary? That you may have perhaps been in a relationship or a marriage and you didn't communicate and everything was fine. You both just didn't want to talk to each other and it worked. Or who out there feels as though, based on experience or something that you've witnessed from someone else, that it is ultimately 100 plus percent necessary for a relationship to last? And thirdly, are there anything that you should not communicate in a relationship with your spouse? Is there anything that you should hold back, perhaps, and not let it out the bag? Think about that too. Perhaps that's another question, but think about all that. Let us know how you feel right here. Get back at Donna Smith, aka Lady D, on the weekend, and let us all know.